Oh hell yeah. We finally got some full gameplay look at Doom the Dark Ages. I am so excited. Like I'm shaking. I'm shaking. uh cuz Doom and Doom Eternal, Doom 2016. I mean obviously that's what I'm referring to. Are two of my favorite games of like the last decade. I absolutely love them. So I'm completely ready for Dark Ages. That trailer, that initial trailer they put out was mm, perf perfection. Absolute hype. Let's see what we got out of this developer direct, whatever that means. Already hitting with the music. I I doubt it's gonna be Mick Gordon because I kind of cut ties with him, which sucks. I mean, if it was me, I would be. If I was Bethesda, if I was Microsoft, I'd be down on my knees, kissing his boots to get him back. It's gonna be a hard sell without him. Uh, but it sounds good so far. It's a little snippet. Hopefully, they can capture that energy that he brought. Ooh, I want that statue. Or the Doom Hunter right there. That'd be cool. Oh hell, dude! Can you imagine how tall that statue has to be? Holy shit!
And welcome to Dallas, Texas, home.
Oh shit! That's not. I'm in the Dallas area, dude. I need to go see them. I need to break in and steal some of that stuff.
Of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most
I'm expecting a lot of like developer speak, a lot of the typical stuff we expect. It's really going to come down to the gameplay they show.
Important values at the core.
The gameplay is going to speak for it. Gameplay always speaks louder than guys right there.
Of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused
Hugo.
in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom the Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Comedy. Ooh. I probably should make sure this is as crisp as it can look. Because a lot of what we saw in the reveal trailer looks like a lot more melee, which I'm down for, man. Like, because I think the combat in Eternal is pretty perfect. I described it as a dance, the way all the movement and the combat and the enemy design, it all flowed perfectly once you got a hang of it. So I'm hoping they could do that here, maybe with an emphasis on melee combat. Oh, and maybe fighting some mechs. Oh. Shit.
In Doom the Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock.
Oh, dude, look at that. It's like the automatic crossbow from Van Helsing, which will always be awesome. So I'm happy to see anything like that in anything else. Oh, damn. So, new enemy, clearly. This fucker's probably going to be fast. He already looks like he's going to be one that moves around pretty quick. Maybe like the Doom Hunter.
To Doom 2016. And that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom the Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways...
Hey, look at that. They got the classic, fuck, I'm forgetting. Is it Mancubus? I think these are the Mancubus.
The game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat.
Oh, hell yeah.
In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom the Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still.
Whoa, look at that shotgun, dude. I'm liking that design. Like, if they're going for like the medieval aesthetic for the super shotgun.
A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
Shit.
And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movements.
Oh, those guys in the background fighting.
That makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master.
All right.
Let me introduce you to the
Yes.
block. Throw.
That's gonna be so much fun to play with.
All from one input.
Oh, that's cool. The mounted enemy.
Tons of depth.
Ooh, ooh! Look at that damage.
Input. It's
Oh, the chunks of flesh with the incredible skull scatter gun, which might be one of the coolest weapons I've ever seen in anything.
tons of depth on a single button press.
Oh,
Want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique
oh, I love it. Hold on,
single button press.
get a good shot of that.
You know, we want every Doom game.
Oh, his helmet. That I'm loving that design for his helmet right there. Just the, I don't know what you call the mouthpiece, the grill. That looks great.
As a unique experience.
Nitpick though, because he got the big fur cape. I was almost expecting to be like the fur shoulder coverings, but that's just like I like that aesthetic. The cape's fine.
In 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Okay. The Hell Knight. Okay. Man, that guy's a trooper. He's got no arms. He's still putting up a fight.
Give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest,
Oh, damn.
baddest demons we've ever
There we go.
created it in. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a doom spiked mace?
Okay, so there is a greater emphasis on melee, which makes sense. If their whole thing is stand and fight, you would need, you're probably gonna have a lot of you have the shotgun for one, but yeah, a lot of melee weapons like the mace and the shield.
Three melee options
One of those 3 blood drops right there are right below the reticle.
that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsafe,
Hey, just kick his legs off.
control
You almost imagine the guy's shoes just coming off as you kick him.
glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The
Oh hell.
trigger.
Oh boy. Oh, look at that thing go.
That's right, we've saved the
That's glorious. Just firing skull
best
shards.
for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever
Okay, it's like a different design for the plasma rifle, maybe? Plasma SMG. Get off the horse.
ancient.
No.
Brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale.
Yes, you can put him against the wall with the thing. Word for any developers out there: if you're gonna have like a spike stake thing, you better be able to impale people against the walls. You know, don't skip out on that detail.
And shred the minions of hell with.
I know that's the plasma rifle right there. It must be a different, completely new gun.
Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never before seen, insanely fun to use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the
All those guys are just way like we know we're doomed. Yeah, let's just fight as best as we can, but we're all gonna lose.
enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom the Dark Ages.
This is meat shields. Although, if his health, if that's his max health right there, 110, I'm assuming you can get upgrades for that. You know, for a stand-and fight, you think you'd have a little higher of a health pool, an armor pool, but maybe they'll have like you know, the mechanics in place to regen health as you deal damage or use your you know, like the mace and whatnot. Pay attention. Okay, he did recharge. It looks like he got a little bit of the armor on the parry. Okay, yeah, I think you get armor on parry. Damn. We need a new bullet storm. I'm just gonna say that right now. That's what this is kind of reminding me of. Oh! So a lot like the grapple in Eternal with the shotgun. There's the head down at the bottom, looking around as you do it. Okay, and you can't get armor pickups. Maybe that wasn't on parry. Maybe it was a pickup. Ooh.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and
That's fair. You know, as long as you don't do some Veilguard, no death bullshit, I'm fine with this. Like, letting you have more freedom with the difficulty. I'd rather that than basic difficulty settings, you know, for the sake of accessibility.
sliders
As long as you can still die, you know, you gotta have that fail state.
that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down, or
That might get
speed up.
aggravating.
It's a doom for all slayers.
People are gonna zoom, people are gonna turn that shit up and make it as hard as possible. It's gonna be great.
Gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer.
Damn, big
Finally
pimpin'.
for you. You've been waiting for 2 games now to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's the size of a building.
Yes!
And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough,
As per my last request, this is gonna be
we also
sweet.
have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon.
Oh!
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The
Oh, perfect. Because that was kind of a thing, looking at that stuff in the reveal trailers, is that just going to be like some on-rails part of the story thing, but hearing this, that it's something that's going to have more depth, excellent.
spectacle is epic. The power fantasy
Oh, God.
is unlike any
Let's get him, Frank!
we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are
Oh my god, do you actually get a giant gun?
and as cool as all that is.
Oh my god.
Fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will
Hey.
take you
Oh,
to
those are cool looking tanks.
the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds
This
from
is
the Slayer's
spooky.
past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities
Base upgrades, runes. So,
and godlike power.
I'm wondering.
Through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities
So, is this just a linear path and then you choose... Maybe you pick one out of every 3? Kind of like Space Marine 2? Well, no, well, yeah. Maybe because it says shield upgrades. So I'm assuming you can upgrade each individual thing. Maybe it is like you pick the linear path and then you pick one of 3 for each thing.
and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're
Whee!
gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures.
I think it's one of the best comments ever on the reveal trailer. You could probably still find it if you watch. I don't remember which channel it was posted to, Or it's like the Slayer doesn't use a shield and then it revs it up like a chainsaw. It's like,
There's always something new
he'll use that
to be
shield.
discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save the city from certain destruction.
I got this, guys. Don't worry.
Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose.
I'm loving the design of all these levels. It doesn't look a lot like what we got in the previous games. It looks completely new. That medieval hell aesthetic. I'm glad that they're not just copying all of what they did before. I'm assuming there will be elements from the previous games since it's, you know, make it a cohesive universe, but I'm glad that we're getting some new places.
Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines. Search of
Hold your ground, man! He's like, you are soldiers of hell. No matter what comes through that gate, you will stand your ground. And then it's the Doomslayer and it's Gandalf just... We might have to run.
sources. You control the pace of the game.
You think he wouldn't swim? You think he would just walk across the bottom from all the weight?
Where you go, who you fight,
Okay, maybe, yeah, this guy's not a quick enemy. He's a big motherfucker. He's gonna be, this dude's gonna be tanky. Look at him.
and the objectives you pursue.
A little bit of puddle elements. There was some of that in the previous games. The wider spaces. A lot of the levels in 2016 and Eternal were more compact and a lot of jumping around and stuff. So it's gonna be interesting how they do the big open areas. It makes sense given the shield seems to play a lot into that. You want to be able to have this open area where the shield can bounce around off enemies and stuff. The flail, you know, that's a wide area attack, I would assume. The the skull scatter gun, whatever we're gonna call it, definitely looks like it's more for a wider area than some small corridor.
It's a Doom sandbox full of
Yeah, sandbox. Which we'll see if they can pull it off, because a lot of games do that sandbox thing just for the sake of being, look how big we are, and then there's nothing. But hopefully they do pepper it with enough secret locations and things you can do, upgrades, that it's not just some space for the sake of space.
Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Oh hell. The designs for all the monsters are fantastic. Like, they've nailed that since 2016. Like, these are great looking monsters.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval
Never heard of them, but the music sounds good. I'm glad. I wish it was Mick, obviously, but I'm glad it sounds very intense.
vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete.
Although, one thing that was great about 2016's music, and Eternal had this too, was the way the transition from one track to another, depending on if you're in combat or not, was always so seamless. I'm hoping they keep that, instead of it just being like, you're done with combat, and it's done. Yeah, that track's done, on to the next. I liked how seamless it was.
And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like
Yep, there that
everything else
goes.
in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the
Oh, there's a guy. Please bring me my meal.
Start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting.
Oh, look at that design. Okay, the chainmail and everything. This is great. If McFarlane puts out a figure for this, I might have to get it. I already have the. Is it back there? Yeah, the Praetor suit from Eternal. But this one is. Oh,
And time is
that looks so good. Look at him. Nailed the design.
Story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story.
Oh, so it's gonna be like the
And the first age to the first battle.
that stuff. Is that what we're gonna find out? Like we're gonna play through that stuff?
The
Because
Slayer's legend.
woo.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done
Modern Doom. So yeah, I mean, that word modern, you know how it is, but you know, Eternal and 2016 were fantastic. 16 was my 7th game of the decade from the last decade. It maybe I think it was number 6. It was in my top 10. I adored that game. Eternal's probably going to be in my top 10 for this decade too. I think those are fantastic games. So they are a modern update to the Doom formula, but in a way that's not bullshit. That's not modern.
done better every game.
Hopefully they keep that here.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to
Jamie, just keep following them. This is they're filming the thing. Just remember Rage. Just keep following them. You know they're making the video.
play.
Wolfenstein, New Order, which of course they have the good game. Well, I don't know. I didn't play Rage, but New Order was really good. Like I don't see them putting anything of Youngblood or Rage 2.
And make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases,
Not a crazy looking development team, you know, not like something at Ubisoft or whatever. So hopefully these are people that are. Everyone got their Doom merch. Nice to see. But hopefully these are the people. These are people that are gonna bring us what we want. Here now, and on Game Pass. So I'm gonna be there. I've got Game Pass. I'm there. Oh, fingers crossed. This has all looked great. Again, I love those last 2 games. I have PS5. Oh wait, yeah. Why wouldn't it be on PS5? Just because they own it and whatnot. I'm so excited for this. This looks like it's gonna be so much fun. Let's see what the people have to say. Hey, good for this guy. Awesome. Pulls out a fucking gun. Oh. Giving multiplayer options. Okay. Yeah, well it doesn't look like it's gonna be. I mean, maybe they'll reveal something later about a multiplayer mode. I actually really liked the multiplayer in 2016. I found it to be just a fun, arcadey, run around arena shooter. You know, nothing serious, nothing to get too deep into, but I had fun. Not so much with Eternals. I thought that was just, it was alright. And the fact they didn't bring back snap maps, like that was fun. It was a little thing, but being able to make your own maps and all that was appreciated. So maybe they'll reveal more of that kind of stuff there. If there's no multiplayer, that's fine. I would rather them focus on the single player, because that's the best part of 2016 and Eternal was the single player. The multiplayer is just a fun tacked on aspect. But what is that? May 15th? What's it? January, February, March, April, May. 5 months? 4 or 5 months? I'll be there. I'm excited. Y'all tell me what you think. If you think this is gonna be good, if you think it's gonna be bad, do you think they're gonna add multiplayer or anything? Do you leave all that in the comments? I love to check them out. I love to hear your opinions, especially on something like this that I'm super excited for. I think we're all excited for. It's like one of the few things out of Microsoft that we're like, this looks good. This looks amazing. I'm hyped because those last 2 games were really good. But yeah, that's it. Can't wait to see more. Later, guys.